Bubble boy.
Yeah.
Bubble boy. It's incorrect. Has to take steroids.
If there's one set of fans I would not with, it's the Bills.
Children, please, you got a whole life.
Yeah.
Let's buckle up here.
All I want for Christmas is for LeBron James and Serena Williams to have a baby.
Yo.
For science. Basketball.
She must have been on suicide watch when she saw Gronk dent that hit. We're all going to die.
Smash that like button or I'm going to get kicked out of the house. I can't pay rent.
Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I'm your host, James Lee, with my co-host, Kyle Johnson.
It's popping.
And my co-host, Ryan Fahey.
Gentlemen.
Good to be back.
Gentlemen.
Always fun. Oh, gentlemen. No, okay, bad. That was
Gentlemen.
bad.
Look at that hair.
Madam. Mine's rough, too. That's why I got a hat
God.
on today.
Yeah.
But breaking news, Calvin Ridley suspended
Fucking
for a
died.
year because he gambled $1,500 on NFL games.
Also, new camera. new
camera.
camera. GoPro 8.
New camera.
You know, trying
Exciting stuff, but Calvin Ridley suspended a year for gambling on NFL games. I'm not happy with it. But Ryan, go ahead. Take us away with your takes.
Take it away, Penny.
It's he's got the voice of an angel. It's ridiculous. It's the suspension is so heavy for what this is. I get you can't be having players gamble on games. I get it. But it was $1,500 to a normal person. That's
That's a
make or
change.
break
Yeah.
for like a half a year.
And it seems like I got to
and
pay
you're
the
gonna-
mortgage
and you're
next
gonna-
month. So
And you're going to throw that on the Falcons right now?
It was in a parlay for his own team to win. That included his own team to win. And it's you got to look at it like it's different from betting as a player for your own team to win than a manager. And I bring this towards like the Pete Rose situation because Pete Rose was a manager when he did this. And when you're a manager and you're betting on games for your own team to win, you're going to manage it depending on the amount of money.
It changes
have
the
on
way
it.
it changes the way you manage.
You're gonna use players like you wouldn't use them if you weren't betting on it.
Did he bet on games while he was away from the team? Is that what it was? Because then he would have no effect.
Calvin or
Calvin, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's when he was away, but that's I don't know if that's
So then
actually
then to even further your point, he'd have no effect on the game.
If that's the
None.
case, then even more of a reason to be like, what are you? What are
3
you doing?
games, just a
Three.
fucking
Be like-
smack on
be
the
like,
wrist, like,
what are
hey,
you
buddy,
doing?
don't do this again.
So I'm cool with the not the length of suspension, but I get like you said, it can get out of hand. where
Yeah,
with
well, you
these
got to come
guys-
down on it.
You have to because if you're in games where it's like, oh, we can only win by 3 today or something like that.
But
I understand that.
But a whole season.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely absurd. Because now you're affecting this kid's livelihood. Like now it's like okay, I get it. And like you said, it's $1,500. That's a bet I could make. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not rich by any means. Calvin Ridley, like that's pennies to him. That's chump change.
The thing that bothers me
That's him learning how to bet. That's what that is. That's literally like
the thing that bothers me the most about it is
Love this take.
that
by the way,
the fact that Calvin Ridley was suspended for a whole year, I think that's too much. But the NFL is openly saying they'd rather guys beat women than gamble on NFL games.
yeah.
Ray Rice only got suspended 3 games.
That's absurd to me.
Kareem Hunt was only suspended 2, and I understand it's a.
What was Joe Mixon?
Joe Mixon, he actually didn't get any punishment, and it is ridiculous because he wasn't drafted yet. He was
so
draft
he wasn't
eligible.
in.
He was the first round
Well,
talent.
to be fair,
He wasn't their property yet.
Well,
So
to be-
exactly, but to me, wow. But that's to me though the biggest problem is the fact that the Joe Mixon situation. It is so blatantly obvious. It's like there's video he knocked his girlfriend out
Yeah.
or whoever the woman was. There's no denying it. Like that was him. That happened, and he still got hired by the NFL. Basically, he got drafted in the 2nd round by the Bengals. The thing that annoys me is imagine someone going to a job interview and be like, "Wow, this guy's amazing," and they go, "Yeah, but this guy beats his wife." I wouldn't want to work with that guy. I would not
No.
hire that guy. So the fact, what is it showing the youth or anyone watching the NFL saying, we'd rather you beat women than gamble on games? And I
NFL's
understand
that
playing
it's-
in the league and gambling in it, it can have huge effects. But why is Calvin Ridley out for a year and Ray Rice was only suspended 3 games? I get he never played again, but
that
the
was-
league had to take it in their own hand, like the coaches and the teams.
Well, this is the same league that also just came out 2 days after fucking Brady retired and was like, oh yeah, by the way, Deflategate was a fucking sham. So like
they just hide everything.
yeah, they do whatever, dude.
It's a
They do whatever favors them,
Yeah.
whatever makes them look good in the public eye.
Also, by the way, we totally forgot to introduce. We got a producer now, by the way. It's my brother Ryan.
Ironically, it's Ryan.
Hey,
Also.
other Ryan.
Other Ryan.
too. I'm just dying laughing because I look over. He's behind the couch, and I just look over. All I see is fucking eyes just looking at me. I'm like, wait a minute.
You got this, bro.
You're doing great. I love the tag.
Yeah.
Hey, neighbor.
Oh, but
I lost my train of thought.
Well, from
Oh, yeah, don't
what
beat
you were
women.
saying, what it shows the youth is it's a sad world that if you have enough talent, people tend to look the other way, and it's just a sad reality
Oh,
of the world.
Yeah.
and it really is. I mean, I think the NFL, they need to set more stricter rules on suspensions of things like this. I know it's case by case, but I mean, look
To
at
me-
it. Perfect example now. Look at Antonio Brown. Like, this dude, he's a nut job, but he had all the talent in the world, and he got so many extra chances.
So many opportunities.
And exactly, now he didn't go out knocking out his girlfriend, things like that. But the fact you can get away with way more, the
better you are.
Thank you. I couldn't think for a second. With the more talent you have, and my bigger thing is just the more the woman beating.
Yeah.
It's like, why are these guys getting away with it? Where this guy openly is like, yeah, I ended up betting on some games. I bet on my team to win, and he's out for a year. That's ridiculous.
I'm still under the
The crime doesn't match the punishment.
no. You
That's
kidding me?
exactly.
I also think fucking Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
100%.
Way worse.
100%.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
that's a total.
They'll
another
have
topic,
they'll
but
have some of his items in the Hall of Fame, but not the man himself.
They still hold
makes
his
sense.
records. That's my case with Barry Bonds. I'm like, his records still stand. So why the fuck isn't he in the Hall?
Exactly.
Baseball's a joke, anyways.
Oh,
But
we can have a whole.
that's
other-
that's another
that's a whole nother
story
day.
for another day. But no, as far as I think the crime doesn't match their punishment is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, it's just-
2 games, 3 games, give him a quick like, hey, don't fucking do that again.
1,500.
This is so
He
many
didn't
games,
bet his paycheck on it.
dude. This is him learning how to bet. That's exactly what that is. This isn't like he made ridiculous amounts of money. Even if the Falcons won, even if they won that bet, I guarantee you the payout was no more. And I'm talking absolute best case, 10 grand.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
probably absolute best case. There's no way.
it was a part. So he had to hit on everything.
Yeah.
for that shit to
So
win.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah,
gamble.
it was unlikely because the Falcons had to win.
Well, I'm not against gambling, but I think we're all on the same page of like,
Well, no, don't gamble on yourself. I get it. Don't if you're in the fucking league, don't gamble on the games. Like it's pretty
you know what? I
simple.
think you get paid millions. You know, as much as you want to gamble. I did see a
Go
funny,
gamble on whatever you want. Just nothing that you're
Just don't
involved
do sports.
with.
Go play blackjack. Go play the
Yeah.
roulette table. It's like there are so many other ways to do it.
Go learn poker. Like
It's literally, and once again, gambling is a whole other thing. Get down the rabbit hole, but you guys have the money to do it. Go do it. But
Yeah, go
just
have fun.
this is the one thing you can't bet on. The one thing. That's it. Just don't bet on sports until you retire.
But yeah, no, that is absurd. Ray Rice can throw the meanest 1-2 I've ever seen in 2 games, 3 games.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was 3. I just assumed because he never played. I was like, oh, this dude is just.
Oh, no one wanted that baggage after that.
So,
video
but
game.
well, no
that's
shit.
my
The
problem
dude
with-
should be in jail.
That's my
Like,
problem with like the upper echelons of the NFL, of like Goodell's and things like that, where it's like,
That's another thing.
what
too.
are we doing?
That's another thing. Like
what?
That's like what Ray Rice did. What like Joe Mixon. Like that's illegal. Like that's not
It's
only
assault.
Not only should you not be employed, you should probably be in jail.
Do some jail time. This is
Like
ridiculous.
oh no, absolutely.
and the
But
thing,
Calvin Ridley did nothing illegal. Like he didn't even break any rules. That's like the same thing.
he
with
also gambled
Bro,
in a state where it's
Deflategate.
illegal.
Deflategate was fucking dude. The borderline deflated footballs that Brady evidently had nothing to do with got more games than Ray Rice did.
Yeah.
That's fucking absurd.
That is my biggest problem.
I did not realize that. until
Yeah,
you said
no,
it.
that's my biggest problem with the NFL, where it's just like,
Well-
they are openly saying they'd rather their guys beat women than affect the game.
Well, it's not just that. Let's not forget that Goodell hid evidence on the Ray Rice situation too.
That I never knew either.
Yes, that video didn't come out because they tried to just like get along with it. That video didn't come out until it was leaked, and then
Oh, it
then they
was.
realized, oh wait, you guys had this? You guys had this video.
yeah.
Goodell
How do
was
they
the
get
commissioner.
How do they keep getting
How
away
does
with
he
this?
have a job?
How do they keep getting away with
It's
this?
because he makes him so much money. He makes the NFL so much money. He works for the owners. Let's not forget
You can't
that.
go find another puppet? Are you serious?
yeah.
You can't go find another one? What he did, that's inexcusable.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry. Ray Rice never worked again.
You know, what's-
rightfully so.
You know what's so sad?
You shouldn't either. That woman had a case, and you just hid the evidence.
You know what's so sad? Like actually, like appallingly sad. As a kid growing up, Ray Rice was hands down my favorite player.
He was a
in the NFL.
monster.
I had a Ray
on
Rice
and
jersey.
off the court.
I remember I had
mean,
a Ray Rice jersey after. What year was this that happened?
2009
This was.
actually.
I was gonna say this was
still like the early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
2009?
So if it was 2009, I was 11. So I remember I was like 12, 13. I still had the like jersey, and I remember I put it on one time, and I was like gonna wear it. I was like, fuck it, you know. And my mom was like, no, like you're
Mom,
not. She's like,
he didn't hit her that hard. Mom.
no. It was one of those. I was like, no, it's been enough time. Like it's. I'm like,
Wow.
and no, I
He's
learned
not
that-
in the league
I learned that
anymore.
lesson. I learned that lesson pretty quick. They're like, yeah, no, don't.
wear that.
They're like, no, and like, I burned the jersey. Like I did the right thing.
I think it was. I threw my Michael Vick jersey away,
Yeah.
and then I got the Eagles one when he came back.
And I just picked it.
Well, he paid for what he did.
Oh right.
That's the thing, though.
I know,
That's
but
two
but-
different
I know,
things.
but it was like.
But
it
dude,
was the- it was
I
the-
think Ray Rice was worse than what Mike Vick did,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
100%.
We're on
and
the-
Mike
there's
Vick
no-
served jail, and Ray Rice, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
I don't really think he did.
I could be wrong. I could be very
That-
wrong.
We don't
I
fact check here at the
don't-
show,
I
folks.
don't recall that.
Oh my God, guy in the chair. Ryan, did Ray Rice get arrested?
Who's Ray Rice?
You know what's so funny is I guarantee you, he has no fucking clue.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
Even the best one I heard was so clearly Aaron Hernandez, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The next game or one of the next games at Gillette Stadium, they're like, yeah, if you bring in an Aaron Hernandez jersey, you can pick any jersey for free.
That's genius.
Did he go to jail?
Survey says.
Oh my
Get
God!
the fuck out!
So
A weekend?
Ray Rice went to jail for a weekend for knocking the shit out of
You
his
don't get
girlfriend.
to go out this Saturday night. You're in timeout, young
Oh,
man.
That's all it
That's
was.
what it was.
There's so many problems with the NFL.
What?
Well, just
The
I
NFL?
love football.
Bro,
The
it's
NFL?
society. It's
Society,
you know
man.
what?
A weekend?
Fuck the system. Fuck the man. I'm over it. I'm done. That's ridiculous. That is absurd. That's absolutely absurd.
Wow. Yeah, that's.
I love having a guy in the chair. By the way, I
See
love.
what's up on the board.
Show me the board.
Did we get a board?
Oh my God,
Better board.
a better board.
But yeah, just bad to the NFL if it stays a year long.
Bro,
if they bring
bad's
it down, if they bring it down to even 4-game suspension, I'm okay with
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Is this
okay
gonna?
with it.
I'm assuming this is getting appealed.
I would. If I'm
assume
Calvin
so.
Ridley,
if I'm Calvin,
I'm out of my
full in.
mind.
I'm full in on that. Yeah.
I think Calvin Ridley understands. He's like, you know what? I deserve a suspension.
No,
like,
and I would
next year.
push the domestic violence thing too. I would push, like, if I was Calvin.
Take
I'd
that
be like-
angle.
I'd be like these guys full on assaulted people, and you go, oh,
Bro,
just a couple games.
Who else fucking? There's people who've played after like a ton of us. Who I'm thinking who else?
The
like-
Jets player this year, where I don't remember
Like
his
defense though. Why can I not fucking think of their names?
name. Ray Lewis.
No, Ray
Oh,
Lewis.
okay.
Ray Lewis. I
was
think is a
like, that
different because he
that
was
a whole
acquitted.
other.
He was
thing.
acquitted,
Yeah.
regardless if he did it or not.
Yeah.
But he's as
Hey,
far as like as
probably.
far as the legal side, maybe. I'm still 50-50. I like the guy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, he's entertaining, but probably.
Yeah.
If you had to,
I would never say. I'm not gonna say, but you know.
I'm not gonna do
What
what I
I think
think
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna do.
But yeah,
I don't-
Although I gotta say though, after that Ridley news broke, Twitter was awesome.
Really?
Oh my God.
Yeah, because everyone's like, "We told you.
Well, no,
We freaking told you."
no. Like someone just goes, at NFL, I heard N'Keal Harry was also gambling on. And then
You know what, Nikhil? You should gamble. Just take a year off.
It was that, and then like Calvin also tweeted like, if you knew me, you would understand my character, and I replied, want to bet, and then it was just
Wanna
Wanna
bet?
it's just
That's
little
hilarious.
You
jabs.
just get a
Oh.
DM. How much?
He's like, you son of a bitch.
You shut your mouth.
1500. 1500
5K,
right now.
5,000 right now. Throw it in,
Throw it on the table. Put
Throw it-
money where your
throw
mouth
it in
is.
the pot.
What's your Venmo?
bro. It's just,
Just
I love
give some money
the
to
internet
them.
for that reason alone is just fantastic. I love it.
What's the next take?
Oh,
Oh, next topic, you mean?
Next topic, yeah.
It's Celtics. I gotta say,
Fat
they've been on a
wieners.
tear. I was wrong. I was just like, we've seen this movie how many times? They
Gary,
go on a
now I
tear
know.
and then they suck.
this was
I'm man enough to go.
Now
You know
you
what?
go.
They're finally stepping up to the plate. They're
Well-
finally doing what they need to
what
do.
was this 2 weeks ago?
Literally, it was like right before the All-Star break. I was like, no, this ain't it. And
Nah,
then they
fuck
come
'em.
back and
You know what
nothing's
though?
changed.
We have a
Nothing
very
has changed.
we have
I'm
a
wrong.
very hard schedule as far as like the seeding we are like playoff. We're gonna have to do
We have one of the hardest schedules in the league.
I'm talking playoff schedules as well too. Like if we stay where we are, if everything stays where it is now, we got to go
at
through
this
the Nets
at this
and
rate,
the
they might be
Sixers, I think.
third
Yeah,
by the end of the season.
I hope so because we're fourth right now. If we stay in fourth, we got to go through the Nets and the Sixers, I think.
The thing I really like to see
Sixers
was
don't really scare me.
It
It depends on what Harden shows up.
Well, that's
the
the
thing.
kind.
The thing that I like to see was I've always said like, oh, Tatum's kind of soft, doesn't do it. He put up 54 in a big game against the Nets.
Yeah, your boy's
where
been
he
balling
needed
all
to
year,
do
by
it.
the way. He started off slow.
No,
and
I
has
know.
done nothing but turn it around.
And once they started this hot streak and they're just winning all the time. Hold on, Ryan, I'll get to you in a second. He's been living up to what I would like him to be. Right.
Can the national media just start calling Tatum what he is, and that is a
Daddy?
superstar? For
Sorry.
the love of fuck, for the love of God,
Nobody wants to do it.
a superstar
Man,
is
dunked
what
on
he
LeBron
is.
at 20,
19.
19. Get the fuck
He's
out.
always 19.
He's always
19 forever.
He's still
Oh,
19.
guy in the chair has something.
Apparently, he did a 12-month-long program so that it wouldn't go on his record.
Oh, Ray Rice?
Jesus Christ.
So it's not even on his record.
But that was with the state court, though.
Hey, I know it's not on his record, but it's on his record.
It was,
So he took a boxing class, is what you're telling me?
well, he was going to get
No, he-
5 years jail.
Okay.
And then, who was it? Whoever he hit didn't want to press the charges, but the state went through with it.
Okay.
And then he denied a plea deal. And then there was another thing. And apparently, whatchamacallit?
So he basically just had.
He agreed to take like a 12-month-long program that he had to do in
Okay.
order to like
Yeah.
avoid the jail time, and then it kind of didn't go on his record. Apparently.
Okay, so he basically just got a cop out.
Yeah. No, that's
Fair enough.
exactly
I
what
didn't
it is.
I didn't realize she didn't press charges though. That's huge.
That's
That's the big one.
He
reason.
didn't want to press the aggravated assault charges. Apparently.
All right. Well,
Okay, well, learn
that's
something
her
new
choice.
today.
He wasn't that he wasn't that
good.
aggravated.
All right. So maybe the state didn't fail us.
It's the
Maybe.
NFL.
The NFL.
failed.
Yeah. Maybe the legal system did what it's supposed to do. Maybe. For enough.
That's
Anyways.
another topic
Anyway.
for another
Anyways.
day. But back
Anyway.
to Tatum.
Thank you, guy in the chair.
For the
Guy in the
love
chair needs a mic.
Yeah.
We'll get guy in a chair, Mike.
for the love of God, like, this kid is a superstar. Why
yeah.
we're not calling him that, I will never. But outside of Boston,
The only reason I'm thinking that is because he hasn't done it recently in the postseason. That's my only reason of maybe why.
he's only been a dog in the postseason.
You know what?
I'm just.
It's to no fault of his own.
So-
No,
It's to
I
no
know.
fault of his own that they have lost in the Eastern Conference.
I'm just saying this is, but I'm just saying the last couple years, like the bubble, he didn't do too hot. Last year, who did they play again? Who did they lose to? The Nets. Who did they lose to last year?
Sick.
Milwaukee.
No, Milwaukee.
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 Which
They
is
lost,
the more,
they lost to the champs.
no, and I'm not
Body
saying.
fucking down.
But I'm just saying the fact that he hasn't won last couple of years and he's so young, I don't think people were willing to do that. This is just my opinion of maybe why they're not calling him this. I'm just trying to help you.
No, I think it's a. I honestly
off.
think it's just
Incorrect.
it's a weird Boston bias that all of these like national media types have, and it's infuriating because I don't understand it. I truly is it just because like Boston
People
just
hate winners.
won?
People hate winners.
All the
That's what-
goddamn
that's
time?
Literally, it's the same thing with New England. They hate us because they ain't us. That's
Because
what it
I
is.
wanted to talk about this because I brought this up before the show. Nick Wright,
Nick Wright's. Well, he also has
Pinhead.
the IQ of a
Pinhead.
fucking packing peanut.
Pit.
dude, he is
Pinhead.
insufferable.
Literally.
He was talking about there's a superstar club. It's like 12 players max. 12. In that club, I'm pretty sure there's probably Kevin Durant, 100%.
Yep.
I would wonder if he would put Kyrie in there. I would wonder.
This is
would-
his take, not whatever it is.
Yes, if it's him, I'm
He's
guessing
putting Kyrie
yes.
in there, yep.
Okay. And he also threw in that he would also have Ja in there. Okay? Those three guys I just mentioned, Tatum dogged all three of those guys the past 2 games. Dogged them. 54 points on Durant and Kyrie's head. And keep in mind, Tatum defended Kevin Durant, I think, on like 10 possessions. I think he allowed 0 points. And also defended Kyrie on
He's
like
an underrated
8.
defender.
He's one of the top defenders in the league.
Yeah. Oh, he's too.
Okay.
Well, it's because he's
Also-
more known for his
Also,
flashy
defended
play.
Kyrie on like 8 possessions, held him to 0 points. Okay, dropped 54 points on his head, did not let those two score, and then also bullied Ja Morant in the during the Grizzlies game.
Yeah.
Those 3 guys are in Nick
And what
Wright's
was-
club, and Tatum's in this club next door.
What
is
was
he
what
said.
was Nick Wright's exact take? It was Like as far
There's
as
a superstar club that has about 12 players. Tatum's not in it, but he's in the club next door.
Who else
It's
are the
still
t-
a nice club.
who else are the 12 players?
He didn't
Oh,
go.
well,
Into,
I mean, yeah, all
he
right.
didn't go like down the list, but those 3 guys are in it that I mentioned. But Tatum's right next door, but he's not a superstar.
Bro.
No. Even though there's a clip literally of, I think this was when we had Gordon Hayward and Kyrie, of Nick Wright talking about Tatum, literally going, "You have a superstar. You have a superstar in Tatum."
Dude,
All those big media
Nick-
guys.
I was
though,
gonna
are
say, dude,
so
Nick
it-
Wright is just a young Skip Bayless. Let's be
It's
honest.
insufferable.
It's
It's whatever the
horrible to
flavor of the
watch.
week is.
Start calling him a superstar because that's what he is. What does he need to do? What else?
Unfortunately, it's probably in most people's eyes win a championship.
or at least make it.
Yeah,
There's
dude, we've been
Winning
so
it,
close.
winning it, and winning like a Finals MVP, there would be no debate. at
Sorry,
that
there's 2 guys that have hit the 50-point mark for the Celtics in their career 4 times. Jason Tatum,
and Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
point. Oh yeah, he's
Le-
pretty freaking well known.
He's pretty well known.
I've heard of him.
I'm pretty sure he got his 4th 50-point game at 32. Tatum is 24 and has matched that number.
What is
We
it?
might be looking at possibly one of the best Celtics of all time
Yeah.
in the making.
in the
What
making.
so
He might, if he keeps up this pace, good chance he eclipses Bird.
I'm just curious. Out
I'm
of-
not kidding.
Yeah, it comes down to championships.
Yeah, that absolutely. comes down
No,
to
for
championships.
sure.
He's-
30, but at
He's got his
24,
right hand man though.
yes,
He's got Jaylen Brown right here.
yes. All they need is a point guard.
Honestly, I like this team. I really. I
No,
like the
no, no,
chances.
but like a legit like
I-
facilitator.
Yeah. Well, see, it's also this team. This team right now, the Celtics team, the last couple years really. It gives me Greg Popovich kind of vibe, like Spurs vibes, in the sense that like look at Tim Duncan, his whole career. He had a decent supporting cast, like Manu Ginobili. I think I would still take Jaylen Brown over Ginobili. I'd still take Jaylen Brown over Tony Parker. But as far as like the defense around those teams, around those Tim Duncan teams, stellar every year, and that's why they kept winning. They were one of the toughest teams to game plan against. Like offense was tough to get against them, and I think the Celtics, especially like that's kind of what they're trying to build. I don't know how our supporting cast like stands up comparatively to those teams, but like that's the vibe I'm getting. But as far as like having the guy, like having the Tim Duncan,
Oh, you have
Jason Tatum's right there, dude. Like, where would you honest take? Where would you rank him in the league right now? Out of like what number is he out of like best players in the league?
I would say easily top 10.
Easily top 10, yeah. But like where? Like, give me the number.
On the
though.
lower end of the top 10.
I'd have to go.
I'd have to
down,
really
I'd
sit
have
back.
to go down a list.
Well, you got Jokic,
Yep.
Embiid,
Embiid,
LeBron,
LeBron, Giannis, KD.
KD.
Steph.
Would you put Harden in there?
No, I would.
Nah,
take,
he
I would.
hasn't played enough this year.
I would
Alright,
actually.
Okay, so
I
we
would
have
take Tatum over
Harden. Okay, so
would-
I mean
Tatum over Harden.
But
That's
Harden's
that's
not-
where we're at though.
But,
The
okay,
fact that
right,
he's in that
right,
conversation.
but Harden's not past 15.
No, Harden's not past 10. I don't
Okay,
think.
so we have
Yeah.
we have a window.
So he's like 7. I would put him as like 7 or 8 in the league. Jason Tatum.
superstar.
Yeah, fair.
No, not good enough. Not good enough.
Wrong answer.
Like
Incorrect.
I
Try again.
just don't understand it. And like I said before
It's
the
Nick
show,
Wright,
thank
dude.
God for Motown Noah.
I fucking
That-
shout him out, dude.
Motown, dude, you're never gonna see this.
I
but
know we have.
Motown
I
Noah.
know we have like.
Thank you.
I know we have like 6 subscribers. Go follow that
he
man.
posted it. He posted it at like 1
146.
a.m. and I saw the title and I was like,
I love him.
You talking about Jason?
Did you see his Cade Cunningham interview?
oh, it was awesome.
Fucking sick.
Awesome, dude. He's so good.
He's
so good at what he does.
I love
It's
it.
Awesome.
I grow the
But
hair back
that
out,
whole
though.
video,
want
I was just like, it was just like a weight off my shoulders. So I was like, finally, someone outside of New England is saying
There's
this.
there's another one. Funky Diabetic is another guy. That's his YouTube name. Fucking awesome. The dude is the most monotone.
Electric.
Oh, it's so. But he knows his shit. He's a big Celtics fan. He's a big guy who's been advocating for Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and that's another thing too. Like I've been guilty of it. I know you've both been guilty of it. It's one of those, like, oh, we should break them up. It's like no.
Oh, whoa, okay,
whoa. I didn't want to break them up.
We've
I
had
was saying-
takes.
No,
We've had takes.
no.
I had takes saying like if it meant us getting Bradley Beal, I'm sending Jaylen
You
Brown.
almost did
No.
it for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, no, you.
I
you
would have
did.
heard it out.
You did.
I would have.
I
No
did not.
way.
I didn't
I
want to break
would've.
up these two. I didn't want to break up these two.
As
But
far
like,
as
I'm not getting rid of Jaylen Brown. I want to haul back, but like, I'm not one of these people who not gonna listen to anything.
I mean, listen, now that I'm
I
mean, I still hate-
did forget about that Ben Simmons take.
I was
did
gonna say,
forget
I
about
still-
that.
Yeah, I,
still
was
hate
saying,
Ben
I
Simmons.
I was saying if we could get Ben Simmons and keep like get those three together, great. If
Bro,
it was like,
I
hey, we're
still-
gonna give you Jaylen Brown, I'd be like,
I so forgot
would've
about that take.
hung that up. Ryan's like, I'm just gonna.
I still hate Ben Simmons, not gonna lie, but I think a package just from what they offered to the Nets for Harden, like if we could do that for Jaylen Brown plus picks, I mean maybe. I don't think it's as one-sided as it would have been.
But
I think to break up the band right now,
But, like,
and
also-
the fact that we've made it to the Eastern Conference Finals
to be
twice,
fair,
and they're so young.
and they're so young,
to be fair, when I was saying that, it was really bad.
I was very
you hit
drunk.
the panic button pretty quick.
I
on
did.
that.
Well,
Oh,
you-
I hit it to the
We
beginning
were-
of the season.
I
We
was
were
concerned.
awful.
We
I
were
was
like
concerned.
500, maybe 2 games below 500. and I
Tatum
was
was
like,
shooting
this, I was-
fucking bricks,
I was like,
dude.
this is legit the same shit as last year and the year prior. Like, what are we doing?
Well,
Did you-
to be fair, there were so many changes. A new coach, dude. Even higher ups were moving.
No, I
around.
know, but I
Danny
was
Ainge
ready.
steps
Like,
down.
I was ready. I don't care.
That
no,
sounds
these people-
horrible.
Good. Let the people
You're
know.
like, fuck them. Just
Yeah, no. It does sound horrible because you know what? That's what the Celtics season was like to us at that point.
It was rough.
That's fair.
So bad. So I was ready to just
And,
blow it up.
the best part is He was like, fuck it, jumped off the ship, and then you're like, oh my god, they made it to
He's
shore.
like, help me,
Yeah.
help me.
You're like, they made it. Fucking son of a bitch. I'm taking taking my chances with the fishes, with the sharks. Oh my god.
I jump off the yacht and be like, you guys got black lights?
What's
this?
What?
Wait! No! Hang on! Wait! Something grab my legs. Hey, wait! Stop the boat!
I don't even remember what my next take was.
Dude, I'm glad they clearly figured it out, but I'm so glad it happened.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're my dark horse in the playoff. They really are. Out of every team, they remind me of the Hawks last year.
Ugh, don't tell me that.
Why? They beat the
That's what
Sixers.
the Hawks do.
They had a phenomenal playoff run.
What
They got
the-
hot towards the end of the season.
And what the Hawks do.
Just before the Eastern Conference Finals.
Good.
They beat the 76ers in a 7-game series. Like, that's pretty
Last
good.
year's 76ers weren't nearly as good.
Thank you.
Mm,
Oh, I'm sorry, Ben Simmons didn't
they were the
dunk
they were
wide
the number
open.
1 seed in the East.
I know they were.
Like,
Dude,
But
they
they still
they
didn't
are
scare
such
me.
a dude. Those last 2 years.
I
like,
get
the
Ben Simmons
76ers
choked
being,
in the
like, up
playoffs.
there they're so frauds.
It was like a one. It
frauds.
was like the 1 seed. Where
Might
like,
be different this year, but they were frauds.
Either
last two
way-
years.
It's like a
either
Scooby-Doo
way-
thing where you rip off the mask. Where it's like it's not the 76ers. There's a
either
lot.
way,
Sister Jean.
Again.
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Yeah, I don't know. This Celtics team is good. Like, I genuinely.
Oh,
think,
we're on the same page.
We're
yeah,
on the
like
same
this
page
is
right now.
like
Yeah.
this is.
I don't think they win it all this year,
They're
but
my dark
I don't
horse.
think so
but
either.
I think it's the starting of a new for the future of the Celtics. I think they finally found themselves.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Dude,
Yeah.
'cause their defense is bananas.
we have the best.
I
We have the
can't-
best defensive starting five. Tell me another team that can.
There's not.
There's not.
Correct.
There's not.
There's not.
Say it.
Our
No.
defend. We are the best. Probably the best defensive starting five in the league, and I think Derek White coming off the bench or starting is phenomenal both ways. Like, he's a good facilitator, good playmaker, and the dude is a defensive hound in the front court or back court.
Dude, it is just they.
Robert Williams has fucking made the step up. Like,
Dude,
I've always loved Robert Williams.
He
And I
finally-
I
he
remember we
looks-
were complaining so much when they weren't playing him.
Yeah.
It was like Daniel Tice over him. We're like, what are we doing? Daniel
Dude,
Tice is not the guy. Robert Williams is doing better when he's out there.
it
Can you
wasn't just
swap
it
it?
wasn't just Daniel Tice. Do you remember the Daniel Tice Tristan Thompson duo?
I fucking
that
hate
we would
Tristan
start.
Thompson.
That we would start the duo. We would start those two every game. We loved it. We
I-
loved it for some reason.
and
and we sucked.
I was just
we
like,
sucked with it.
I remember being like, Tristan Thompson, good signing, great rebounder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
I was
signing.
like,
good
yeah.
signing as a bench
Coming
player.
off the bench,
As
and
a-
we started
I
it
was
a
too- I was
12,
too excited
13
about
minutes a
that
game
signing.
with
player.
a walking foul hound named Daniel Tice. We
I-
started the two of them together.
I got too excited about the Tristan Thompson signing. I remember that. I was like, It's gonna get us so many boards. This is what we needed.
No, he's gonna make me
It was-
bored
it-
watching this fucking.
Yeah, I
Celtics
was
game.
wrong.
Yeah.
I was incorrect.
Well, it also didn't help that Williams, for some reason, was having like the hip of a 70-year-old. I just didn't understand that.
Yeah,
Now it seems to be okay.
yeah. That's my only other advocate with the Jaylen Brown thing. He is injury prone. I will give you that. The man needs to fucking stay healthy for a full season.
Tell you what, though,
When he's on, he's on.
braided up JB,
Bucket.
bro.
Absolute bucket. Got me
I'm
bricked
telling you
up
from-
watching him
I'm
play.
telling you from right now to the end of the season, he might average 50. If that's the case,
It's the hottest thing I've ever heard.
dude. Braided JB.
Yo, side note, I don't know what made me think of this. Who the fuck said it that they saw somebody using moon shoes the other day? Total side
I'm
note.
not even kidding. Literally last week.
Was me! It was me!
Last week when we were talking about moon shoes, and I was just out the other night at a family
It's a
friend's
kid walking. Just
house. No, I just hear this. I was like, "What is it?" It's more about trying not to hit
Hold
tables.
on.
Well, I heard
Hold
it jump.
on. I am now invested in this story.
Well, I heard like just
There's
because
kids watching.
so the
James.
bar was
No, there's not.
downstairs. The bar was downstairs,
one
and I
watches.
just heard something. It sounded like someone was just jumping upstairs, and all of a
That's-
sudden
yeah,
I hear
that's
it,
what That's what it sounded like.
and then I hear
Wow,
like
they love to
downstairs,
dance.
and then we're downstairs, and I just keep hearing. I go, "Those sound like moon shoes," and I look
You're
over.
full of shit, dog.
I'm
There's
not
no
even
way.
kidding, dude. And then I look over, and the dad, he was just like, "Oh, moon shoes, moon shoes." I was like, "No way, this is happening right now."
We are in a fucking
I was
simulation.
like,
there's
no way, this kid has
bro.
moon
I haven't seen
Dude.
moon shoes in years.
I hadn't either. We just talked about him, and I was just like, "That kid has moon shoes on right now." And the guys I was with are just like, "Yeah, I used to have moon shoes," and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, "No way."
How are they still?
I'm like, and they were brand new. There was no way they were used. They was clearly brand new moon shoes. This kid got the top notch moon shoes.
Can we?
But you are correct. You didn't get any extra height, or whoever said it, no extra height. I was watching the kid for about 30 seconds. I'm like,
No, there's no way,
let me tell you,
bro. It's literally just.
I hadn't seen moon shoes in literal decades. Okay, maybe not,
No, that's a fair take.
but
Decades.
but in between,
At least a decade.
a decade, and then
I can't even
the
tell you.
week,
I don't even
like
know.
Dude,
days,
we're in a fucking-
days,
we're-
days after I see moon shoes.
We're in a simulation.
What are the chances I see moon shoes the day, like days after we talk about them?
Actually, side note, just because I know you know it, you were part of it. We for years. I don't know if I've ever told you this. For years, bro. Like, while this kid was like learning sports, kind of, the only player he knew was like Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
That was it. And shit like this makes me like a full believer and like speak it into existence. Like it'll just, if you say it, it'll happen.
This is a true story.
This is a fucking true story. So he texted me one day, and like mind you, we would make jokes. Like it would be like a whole thing. Like I'd be like, "Oh, James, who's that?" "Oh, that's Bobby Orr." It's like a white guy.
Clearly
playing
not
tennis.
Bobby Orr.
Literally like a white guy playing tennis. Like that's, and so he texted me one day. He's got an internship doing like
Channel 7.
Yeah, he's doing an internship, and he's like, guys, you will have no fucking clue who I just met. I'm like, you will not believe who I just met in the elevator. And I'm like, there's no, and like immediately I'm like, there's no fucking way this man just met Bobby Orr.
I met him. I met Bobby Orr.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Had a full-on conversation with Bobby Orr.
The best part was, so I had to go down in an elevator because I had to go down before the game ended. We stopped at a floor we never stopped at. Some old guy and security guard coming on. I'm thinking, there's a TV, so I'm still watching the Bruins. I'm like, this is weird. Whatever. And then we're just talking Bruins. This guy turns around. He's talking to me about the Bruins. And I'm like, yeah, I don't remember what the conversation was, but it was about the Bruins. I'm like, they knew this, blah, blah, blah. And just talking. And all of a sudden, like midway through conversation, I'm like, why do I know this guy? I'm like, why do you look familiar? Like, why does this random old guy getting on the elevator in TD Garden? And then it hit me. And I was like, oh my God, that's Bobby Orr.
I would have fainted.
But dude, I'm not, I was just like,
Bobby.
and no words were
Bobby.
exchanged after that. He was just like, gave me the nod of like, yeah, like you're Bobby Orr. Like he was like, yeah, I'm Bobby Orr. And then all of a sudden,
James is like,
and then
"Hey,
the, and
cool."
then the
Meanwhile,
doors
I'm
just
standing
open.
there like-
The doors open, and he walks off. I'm like, no, I'm just like, I was like, I had to double check. I googled, I went on my phone and like googled Bobby Orr now, and I'm like, that was Bobby Orr,
James just had
Wild.
a conversation with one of the best hockey players of all time, and that's just
dude. And I
Wild.
was just like, about the Bruins. I was like, what is?
But like that's the shit. That's it, dude. We talk about moon shoes. Sees moon shoes. The kid talks about Bobby Orr for years. Meets Bobby Orr. You know what we need to start talking?
Those aren't exactly
Bro,
comparable.
fuck you.
Yes,
We gotta start.
Days.
We gotta start talking about Megan Fox like all the time, all the time, all the fucking
I
time.
think that's now twice we mentioned her in 2 weeks.
That is.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna show up at the door.
Oh my God, she's gonna be at the parade.
So she's gonna walk.
She's gonna be at the
it's
St. Patrick's Day parade.
Guys, my car broke down in front of your driveway.
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
I don't know what happened to my clothes.
I usually skip
And
that part.
honestly, I'd believe. I'd believe.
Start going every Sunday.
You see
Every
you see Kyle in
fucking
church.
Sunday.
But yeah. Quit.
More wheels or doors, boys.
Oh,
Fuck.
I would say that's question of the day right now. Question of the day.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
I know mine easily. Easily.
I think it's wheels. Hear me out why. Hear me out why. I was originally on the door side, but I'm thinking wheels because one, look at the seat. Look at all the wheels on your chair right now. Look at wheels there. Also, one factor I don't think people were thinking about, Legos. Did you know Legos are actually the #1 producers of tires?
What?
Legos produce the most tires in the world. Those are wheels.
Where the fuck did you get this information?
Guy in the chair, look it up, please. please confirm that Legos are the #1 distributor of tires.
Okay, but
So-
what do you label as a door?
I'm more concerned.
Bro,
as-
think of
How
hotels.
does he know that as a fact?
I
Why do you just have that on deck?
I know. I'm like that. I'm just built different. Anyway.
Like Lego.
I'm like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm 100% wheels. I'm a wheels guy.
I think it's doors. Bro,
I was
garage
thinking
doors,
that.
hotels. Count the doors in your house. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our cabinets doors.
Cabinet.
Those are
Okay,
doors.
there's the cabinet doors.
1, 2.
What is that? Was that in the conversation? I think that's a
Our
big-
drawers doors.
drawers are
No,
not
doors
doors.
are not doors.
Look,
You
he looked
piss
at me-
off
okay.
with that, sir.
Okay. I'm just.
we can meet in the middle. I'll give
What
you
about refrigerator door?
It says
Is
door.
that an oven door?
1, 2, but there's 6 wheels on each of
Oh,
these.
is the oven a door?
No, that's an opening.
There's a handle.
I don't. No, I'll give you a cabinet.
Microwaves.
No. Okay, I'll give you cabinets. We're not getting.
What about anything?
I don't
like-
know though.
I feel
I
like
don't.
it's regular
You're
door.
using fucking Legos.
But those are actual wheels.
What about anything with hinges?
I'm really thinking about.
Car doors, dude, and everyone's fucking like, oh, what about all the cars, bro? There's 4 doors on a car. There's 4 wheels on a car.
Those are
Cars-
basically null and void.
every car
Null
cancels
and
out.
void.
It's a
To
wash.
watch,
Unless
to watch.
it's
You
unless
can't
it's
use
semi,
cars.
Not
but
necessarily.
semi trucks. There's
Yeah.
more wheels.
Not necessarily, because some trucks don't have like the extra door. It's just one cab
You're looking at a.
for. So now
Short-
there's
I
more of a
can't think of it.
discrepancy.
I think it's
though,
wheels.
I'm like-
I tell you what though, gas it's $5. I'm getting to know my bike real well. There's gonna be a lot more
And
wheels
that's
on the
two.
road.
That's two tires. That's 2 wheels. No doors.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh.
What actually? Yeah. What does your take?
Oh, I was talking about this, Ryan. But
Fuck it.
Wheels.
Wheels or doors?
wheels. Your
Now-
wheels. Are you a wheels or door guy? Are there more wheels or doors?
In the world, everywhere, all of them.
Answer correct.
Think of, like,
your job
hotels,
rides
bro.
on this.
Condominiums.
Doors.
Oh,
it's a-
dude,
What's
ho-
happening?
it's a-
What
think
is
of the
happening?
amount of
What is
doors.
happening in the
Think of
Johnson
the
household.
bro. Think of the amount.
what are
Think
you
of the
learning
amount of
over there?
doors in this room right now. Okay,
Think about how
let's-
many wheels are in this room right now.
Let's count them out. 6 on each chair. That's
That's
12. That's
18.
18.
Glad you did the math.
I'm just saying.
That's 18.
And I don't think your fact Legos is a big factor for
two,
me.
Are
Leg-
doorknobs wheels?
4, 5, 6,
No.
7, 8,
We can
9,
cut
10.
that out.
11, 12. That's just in this room alone.
I don't
Not
think
even
cabinet
a
doors
house.
should count.
I don't think you should count. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Okay, did you find out the Lego thing?
It's all over the place.
Okay, so it's a yes.
I keep getting mentioned.
So yeah, I lock in my answer.
Tire manufacturer, but then I'll get articles about Lego being the #1.
It's Legos. It's Legos. Screw Michelin, unless they want to,
I think it's being specific about like vehicle tires.
Okay, so yeah, clearly not like actual vehicle tires, but if you're talking about just tires in general, it's Legos. I'm telling you. But either way, that's a whole nother conversation. But
If you're counting, okay, I think if you're counting Lego tires,
those are wheels.
that's what I mean. Like I think if that counts, I'd have to find tiny doors. Like I'm like,
Lego
what
doors
is
count. I will give you Lego doors if I'm using Lego wheels. I'll give you Lego doors.
Lego doors count? Unreal.
I will give you Lego doors. I'm still sticking by. Think about how many of these chairs.
He is so passionate.
Think
I
about
love
how
it.
many of these freaking chairs are in cubicles, all in the skyscrapers. I'm talking Empire State Building, tall buildings filled to the max with these roly-poly chairs.
I don't know, man. The standing desk is pretty popular now.
It's coming around.
It's
What can
I just love.
Can we do a whole episode next week?
I just
standing
love-
in moon shoes.
No, I just love.
I know a guy.
No.
how passionate he is on this.
I'm just saying.
Also, he just had that Lego fact on deck.
Yeah, because I just know it. No, he's confirmed. He's
You got
confirmed.
something? You give me. I was seeing the eyes.
He just wanted to be part of the conversation.
Say
he was
hello.
like,
We gotta get our guy in the chair at Mike. That's
We'll
next on
work
the
on
list.
it. The Jamie.
It's next on the list. But yeah, let me tell you, I'm a wheels guy, hands down.
Wheels.
Garage doors. Just think of like
Yeah, I know, but what's rolling up on the garage door? 2 wheels.
and 4 doors.
Garage door?
Oh, the wheels on the track. You mean?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Damn.
I think it's wheels.
Well, now I don't. Wheels are actually probably one of the most functional things. I'm like trying to think like.
Wow.
Well, no. I'm like
Are
trying to
you
think.
really
like
just backing down from your take?
I don't know.
I'm like really thinking
I
about
thought
it
you were
though.
a man
I
of
honestly
pride.
think squares on a car probably works better.
Mythbusters
yourself,
proved that's
actually,
not
yeah.
correct, so we're not even gonna get into that. But I think that is.
They made square
kidding.
wheels and rolled that bitch down there. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good.
made it. No, they
I
made it
love
work.
Mythbusters. Total side note.
Yeah.
You know they don't like each other in real life.
I heard that.
Jamie and Adam.
Good for them.
And that's not good for them. It ruined my fucking childhood.
Out of all the things,
Yeah.
Not Ray Rice beating a woman, not Michael Vick fighting dogs,
I-
not Aaron Hernandez killing people.
Fuck.
Okay,
They
first
look
of all,
so
first of all,
genuine.
it was
Just 'cause-
Michael Vick had a dog fighting ring. He wasn't fighting dogs.
That's
Well,
a
no,
circle.
that's what I meant.
Everyone
Everyone
knows.
knows.
I know, but it's
Everyone
hilarious. It
knows.
sounded like that.
He just got.
Who's up to? What's up?
It's just.
I don't.
Sparky. He got the best of me, guys. He got the best of me. Okay, I think that's all we have for today, folks. Thanks for joining us here at Sports on Tap. If you like what you're doing, if you like what
what
we're
you're
doing, please comment, share,
I like what you're doing.
subscribe. Chair guy.
Show me the board.
You can hit the stop recording.